Hi everyone, it's Lori B, Grungy Girl Journals. I wanted to share a project that I am working on this weekend. And I've been with Bob almost 18 years, and I've never made us a Christmas stocking. So I decided that while I was making the stockings for us, I would go ahead and do it for all the fur babies too. And this represents all of our babies that we've had since we have been together. A couple of them have passed on. I lost my Louie last year. Tomorrow will be the year anniversary. I think Gracie's coming up here. Are you coming up? You see her? What are you doing? You making your very first appearance? See, she's tiny. She is over a year old now. We got her a couple of months, maybe a month before Louis passed away last year. And she's going to be helpful, I think. Here we go. Okay. See you later. Bye. Thank you. Okay, so this represents all of our babies that we've had since we've been together. Blue, Louie, and Shishi are no longer with us. We lost Shishi also last year, 6 months after Louie. So that was really, really hard. Louie was almost 19 and Shishi was almost 17. Blue was our dog, the sweetest dog you've ever met. Her name was Blue. Her eyes were an icy blue color, and just the sweetest, smartest dog you ever want to meet. So I wanted to go ahead and do her a stocking as well. And then we have Eva, Gracie, Isabel, Lola, Abby, Barnaby, and Tucker. And believe it or not, we do have that many cats. Don't judge me. Um, and then we have the three for Bob, myself, and my son, who is 42, but he is getting a Santa stocking anyway, even though he doesn't live here and probably doesn't care if he gets a stocking or not. He's getting one. And what I'm going to do, I decided to do was buy these at Hobby Lobby. Everything is on 70% clearance for Christmas right now. And so I decided to get some plain ones and then alter them myself. So I haven't done the big ones yet. And I don't really know if I'm going to put it down here or up here or, what I'm going to do. But I went ahead and cut those out. So this is mine. Love the ticking. I'm sure I'll have some lace and trims on there along with my name. This one is Bob. This is Bob's. This is the one he picked out. So I'll do something manly on there. And then this one is Bailey's. Love it. And this is what they started out looking like. This is the only one I haven't completed yet. I was going to kind of go through the steps of how I did it without actually doing it. So the first thing, let me show you what they look like first. This is basically what they looked like. And I think they were $2.99 at Hobby Lobby. And they were 70% off, so really good price. I got red ones and I got white ones. And these were just glued on. So I pulled those off. And I reused the twine for the hangers on the little stockings. So all I did was I wanted to cover up the top. I didn't want it to peek through. So I put a piece of canvas over it like this, and I sewed all the way around. Just kind of wrapped it around, sewed it all the way around so that that wouldn't peek out, because this is a blanket, or I think it's a blanket. It was a really old one, and it's got, it's got the design has holes in it, and I didn't want that underside to show through, so that's why I used the canvas. And I just kind of cut it out in a wonky sort of way. And here is the here's the blanket. It's so pretty, but it had holes all in it, and the stitching is coming out. And I really liked the edge of it, so that's what I used. And I just kind of cut it out wonky, and I will sew that on next. And I kind of leave the edges out so that they look like that. And then the next thing I would do is put the name on it. And I literally use scraps for everything. I used some permanent ink in a pad. I think it was Stampin' Up! In like a mossy green. And I stamped everybody's name on just a piece of muslin, calico muslin, cotton, whatever you want to call it. And then this, I believe I got this at Hobby Lobby last year. And then I would do that, and just so happened that 6 fit across there real good. Like that. And, you'll be able to see the stitching. That would be a good one. Well, anyway, you would be able to see the stitching around it. And it kind of has a puffy appearance. And then I would put the tie up here, and I attached them to this garland that I also got at Hobby Lobby. And this was $10.99, and I got it for 70% off, so that's another good steal. And I just tied, I know you're not going to be able to see, I just tied these to the garland, and it will hang from the mantle. And then we have hooks, or we will have hooks for our big ones to actually hang off of the handle. And I did Shishi and Louie's a little differently because we lost them not too long ago. I got them a bit different of a stocking, and underneath the embroidered letters there was some burlap, and I like burlap. I don't mind burlap at all, but it really wasn't going with what I wanted to do, and I wanted to deconstruct it and make it look a lot older, so I snipped around the edges and got as much of the burlap off as I could, and I just pretty much left the stitching on. And I also snipped a few holes in the stockings because I'm going to mend those with probably some embroidery floss. And I haven't really come to a design decision on these yet. I used some ribbon, and here's some sparkly lace right here in red. And I may add a few more things as I'm sewing. I had to build these up a little bit because they were smaller and I wanted them to be bigger. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that yet, but I'm sure it'll all work out. And then Shishi's is the same thing. And this took a little while, but it's doable. You just have to use small scissors and kind of snip in between, because the embroidery was done on top of the burlap onto the stocking. It wasn't just on the burlap, it was on the stocking, so you kind of have to cut around it. So that is my project for this weekend. We have stockings for the first time ever, and I'm really happy with them. And I thought maybe it was something you can do this with kids. You can just get out your scraps. You can turn your plain stockings into something that's a little more you, which is what I tried to do. And I will continue to work on these for the rest of the day and probably a couple more days as well. And then what I will do is I will just post on my Facebook. That's Grungy Girl Journals, Lori B. I'll just post a few pictures on my Facebook of when I'm finished with all of them. So I just wanted to share with you. I hope you're having a great weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye.